Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to another video. So you can see we're back in my garage, and like the title says, today we're finishing the tune on the 240. So if you guys watched the previous video, if not, I'll catch up real quick. So a couple of weeks ago I went to some performance and I got the car tuned. The car was running like shit because of the stock ECU. I needed to do some fuel lines and I ended up redoing some fuel lines as I showed in the previous video. I have all AN lines now, which has it looks way better and it's more safe. After the first time that I went to dyno, you know, they told me to fix all these lines and then I could go back and get the car tuned again, because all they did was just put a base map on the car. So I went back the second time, I fixed the lines, I fixed a couple little things that they wanted me to fix, and then the car was on the dyno and had a bunch of issues. The car did not want a hot start. We kept having some issues with the throttle body. The car was now making over 4 pounds of boost, and we just had a bunch of headaches with the car. And right after we finished tuning the car, we took it for a test drive, and the car was just going to limp mode. My friend and I did a bunch of stuff trying to get the car out of limp mode. It was getting a bunch of codes for the pedal, for the throttle body, and nothing was helping. So I ended up going and buying a Link G4X for the car. So the car right now is in a Link ECU, which is really good. If you guys don't know, Link is using aftermarket ECU. And you can live tune with it. With upref, you cannot live tune. So with this, you can live tune. You have a bunch of safeties for it, and overall, it's a way better ECU than stock ECU, of course. So the car was only making 230 horsepower on the dyno. We thought that the exhaust was an issue as well, because the exhaust is super tiny. Let me see if I can find it so I can show it to you guys. So I know there's a mess here, but I found the piece that we cut off. So this is what we cut off the car. As you can see, it's super tiny. I think it's 1 3/4 inches. As you can see, this is a 2.5 V-band. And this little pipe was super restrictive, so I'm pretty sure that was part of the issue. So I came home, I took it off, and we went to drive the car again after the dyno, and the car still had no power. Even at 4 pounds of boost, the car had 0 power. So whatever, I cut it off. Right now we are running a open downpipe, so by the footwell, it's cut off right there, and we're just running it open downpipe because I cannot fit nothing bigger than that pipe to go through the transmission to connect to the back to the exhaust. So I think I'm just gonna remove my whole full exhaust and just run an open downpipe. That's the only thing that right now that's gonna be working. We were out tuning the car today, and the car will not go over 5 pounds, I believe. It will hit 7 pounds and then we just drop to 5 pounds. So that's telling us that the wastegate spring is way too weak for this car. I do have a super light spring. It's a 4-pound spring, and my guy is just not holding any pressure at all. So I'm gonna go ahead right now, take the wastegate off, which shouldn't be too bad. The wastegate is just in the bottom behind this coupler. So I think all I have to do is just remove this coupler, and I should be able to get to it. It's 10 millimeter to get it off, and we should be able to do that right now. First step is removing the intercooler piping, which is super easy to do. Just 2 clamps here and 2 clamps to go to the intercooler. Just go ahead and get straight to the wastegate. Just gotta remove the 2 vacuum lines that go to it, and we should be good. So the hardest part about this whole job is taking the clamp off the wastegate. So to remove the wastegate, you have to take this little clamp off. Let's get. You gotta take the clamp off that's on top, and there's a 10 millimeter on the bottom of this. There's an Allen key and a 10 mil on the bottom. So usually I can get it with a wrench and an Allen key, but as you can see, there's a bunch of lines and a bunch of vacuum lines, and there's a bunch of like vacuum lines, power steering lines, and oil lines on the way. So I'm gonna see if I can get the Milwaukee ratchet in there. If I can get the Milwaukee ratchet in there and with a Allen key, then I can definitely get it out faster. All right, so I got it out super easy. Putting it back in is the hardest part because you have to press it in and get the firing ring in here. But we'll worry about that once we get in there. Here I have all the springs that come with it. Unfortunately, I do not know which one is which. So I'm just gonna add another one to the one that's already in there. Maybe this one. So this wastegate right now opens at 4 PSI. So if I put 4 PSI on this line, I can see that the wastegate opens. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put this spring on it. Since it's pretty soft, I'm just gonna put both of them together and then test it with my compressor and see how many PSI it takes for this to open. And that will let me know how much, and that will tell me how many PSI spring it's on it. So this is the 4-pound spring, and I have no idea what this is. I feel like this is softer. So maybe these two together will make 8 pounds. So I'm just gonna go ahead, put both of them together, and that should get me close to 8 pounds, if not 10. The car right now has really low timing, so it's super safe. This is not gonna it's not gonna be a big issue. And of course, you know, tomorrow before I even drive the car, Tony's gonna be with me. Tony's gonna be in person, and we're gonna be tuning the car on the first time I do a pull. So we're just gonna put these two springs together, and that should be good enough to get us to hopefully 8 pounds. All right, guys. So I got the wastegate all the way in. What I ended up doing was covering my little air compressor and just putting air on this vacuum line. And let me put some air in it. If you guys can hear, by you adding air, it will open the wastegate. Once I did that, I was able to put the clamp on it, because without doing that, I was pushing super hard, and since it's like all the way in there, I could not really get to the clamp with one hand. So thankfully, I just had this laying around, put some air on it, and in a couple seconds, I got it on. The clamp is all the way tight. The firing ring is in there. Now it's just putting everything back together, which is not much. So I got the intercooler piping on. I got the vacuum lines done. I just did a boost leak test, and it was holding 15 pounds. It had a little leak. I believe this is the throttle body, but it was very minimum, like barely anything. It was holding 10 pounds, no issue. So making boost would not be an issue. So yeah, we're ready for tomorrow. So I have to go pick up Tony's WRX tomorrow morning, and then after that, we can come back home and get my car tuned. And she should be making way more power, and yeah, should be fun. All right, guys, I'm here with Tony. He's over there grabbing his laptop. We're about to go for a drive. I just turned on the boost on the manual boost controller since I put that bigger wastegate yesterday, and I went ahead and put new tires because yesterday I kind of had some fun with this one. So I got some new tires on it, and yeah, we're about to get it tuned. Super excited. Hopefully it makes more than, I'm thinking it's gonna make 4 pounds right now, just because I loosened the boost controller. We're gonna go out, double check, and then once we confirm that's only making like 4 pounds, then we can go out from there. So of course we're about to head out, and it started raining again. It's been on and off all day, but over here it's actually been dry until now. Like, it hasn't rained here. We went to pick up his car to get it towed to his house, and now that we get to our house, it's raining. But car's on, the link is right there. I have a man in here. He just got to the software, looking over right now. AFRs are good. We're about to go for a ride, and you just gotta be safe, you know, because it's a little wet outside, so it's gonna be spilling. But
that's what the car's for.
That's what the car's for, yeah, exactly. All right, so we're about to go for our first drive. It's stupid loud. Like, I hate how
it's loud, and you can taste the E85.
Yeah, since exhaust is right underneath the shifter, all the fucking fumes come inside, and his window's not going down, so he might be a little high. But it's super loud. I'm barely giving it throttle right now, and it's super loud. Let's see. Oh yeah.
That was 7 pounds.
Yeah, that was 7 pounds right away.
Yeah, way better.
So that wasted spring was.
It was too weak.
Yeah, that wasted spring was too weak.
Yeah, that felt right away.
I'm pumped.
Yeah.
I can't wait to feel it then.
Yeah.
I can do a pull right now, no?
I think so.
Yeah. Let me go up this little hill.
It went to 7 pounds right there.
I know, Bernie.
So we have to make sure it doesn't go to like 12.
Yeah, we gotta be careful.
You know what I mean?
So we gotta keep an eye on the AFRs, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the boost.
I mean, I see both here.
Okay.
So
We're in the pool. Let's drop it to third gear.
yeah, just be careful with the rain, you know.
PSI 10. We see this one shows a little off.
I was seeing 11 here.
Yeah. Well, I saw it read like 11, and now it's saying peak is only 10 right there. So yeah, that fucking gauge is garbage, to be honest. Like, for boost. So yeah, add a little bit more fuel, and then we can go again to the pool. And the wheel shakes. I never balanced these tires, and the wheel shakes. Like, this is the first time I actually drive this car on the street. It's super drony, so I'm gonna see what I can do about the exhaust. Because you can hear it, it's annoying. Like, I probably would never drive this car on the street, but if I have to drift all day with this exhaust, I cannot do that. Fuck that, it's annoying. So yeah, let's add a little bit more fuel, and then once I give you a thumbs up, we can go out and do another pull. I'll do a little second gear.
I think you just stepped on it.
Ready?
Yeah. warning for the injector duty cycle.
It shouldn't be auto fuel.
Well, it was just a warning.
Oh, wait.
Okay, so I don't know what it exactly was.
Okay. IFRs were still 11s, so it was
Yeah,
pretty
it was
good.
11.8. It was literally perfect.
Well, we
Yeah.
can come here actually though. So we can see the peak PSI.
Holy shit.
It said it hit 11.5 pounds.
Yeah.
Let me turn it down or leave it there?
It's up to you.
I mean, the car's probably making like 340 horsepower right now.
That's what you think?
Yeah, the car's
I
not.
don't know, man.
Dude, the car, I don't know, dude.
I don't know about only 350.
I mean, the car can handle 400 horsepower. 400.
Yeah, I be in 350 all the time, and this is.
Like the car can handle 400 400 foot-power absorbed. So
They have some nice flames too.
yeah. I don't know. I feel like it might be too aggressive. Like I don't know. We're gonna see because
What's aggressive?
like the limiter.
The limiter? Well, remember I changed it from fuel to ignition.
Yeah.
limiter, which is what you want. It's
Yeah.
safer for the motor.
So I want to see where we can. Oh, ridge. That limiter when it hits.
Well,
the
it's
ignition.
like I said.
It just cuts. It cuts ignition.
It cuts ignition and
Yeah.
all the fuel just dumps.
Yeah.
So,
Well, let's go back this way.
well, realistically, I think you want to be off the limiter, right? Jurassic rips. Oh my god. Yeah, the air feels literally perfect.
That thing rips,
Oh
bro.
my god.
That's one hand that I'm holding the camera. Fucking
I can't believe you. Honestly.
I'm sorry, dude. He has two kids. I shouldn't have been doing that. I'm sorry, dude.
Oh my god.
One-handed. I'm just like, hey.
Dude, that was crazy.
That thing rips, bro. I'm so hyped up. It hit 12.3 pounds right now.
Yeah.
So it might be fine. I don't know. Like, if anyone out there is running a G35 on a VQ, let me know how much like we have 14 degrees of timing, which is super safe. The car is not.
Yeah, I can tell you exactly right here what it's saying.
So we're not really pushing timing on the car.
I'll tell you exactly. So on red line at 12 pounds, at red line is 12 degrees.
12 degrees of timing red line. That's nothing. That's super safe.
At like 5,000 at 12 pounds, it's only 13 degrees.
Oh,
At 5,000.
like Unity is almost running 30 degrees of timing. Ah, damn.
This is not 350.
It's around 350.
You're crazy. This is not 350.
Holy shit.
Oh my god.
The fumes in here are crazy.
Yeah, you gotta get something with the exhaust for real.
Yeah, let's
it needs
go.
to like go down to the floor or something.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I mean, that's it though.
It's just drivability. You see how it's low.
Yeah, that's all right on E85 though. I can make it richer.
Yeah, only slightly. Alright, guys. Sorry for the long clip. I know it's a big clip, but as you guys can see, we're having fun. Like, it's not just me talking, it's me beating the fuck out of the car. If you guys been watching previous videos, you guys know like how much of a pain in the ass this car has been lately. Like, everything's been going wrong, nothing's going right. So finally, the car is making boost, and it sounds good. It drives good. It's quick. I can't wait to go drifting. You want to save it before we fucking close the laptop or something? Hell yeah. So I'm gonna go to this little spot that I know, so we can do some figure eights, and then I can have him record from the outside.
Yeah, I can feel the fumes in my throat right now.
Yeah, I know. The fumes are crazy. But yeah. So the whole time it was just, the wastegate was too small. So I was telling him my theory.
Well, it's probably also tuning ECU
Yeah.
problems.
Oh no,
as
yeah,
well.
definitely.
The link ECU has opened you up a lot for sure.
Yeah. Like my theory is that the wastegate spring was too soft, and the car has too much back pressure, and it was causing the wastegate to open at low RPM, and that's what was causing like not making enough boost. And now that we have a bigger spring, it's definitely making more boost. But we can try and put the vacuum line straight to the wastegate and see how much it makes there. So
It should be like 8 or 9 pounds, I think.
yeah, I think it will be actually closer to 12. And if that's that's the case, then I don't have to run a boost controller. So yeah, I mean, I'm happy. The car runs really good. I think we're about to go do some donuts, so we'll be back. I'm gonna put my my bumper on. The car looks ugly without the bumper, so I'm just gonna go ahead, put my front bumper on, and it should be good. Here's over tuning my brother's car.
Trying to.
Hurry up. Get it running. He tuned my car right in my Miata. It runs perfect, but his car, my brother's car, is just garbage. For real. Look at this shit. Look at it. It never wants to start. My car runs like a fucking dime, bro. Alright guys, as you saw, we just went out and we ripped the car pretty good, and it felt really good. It felt really good. The only issue that I just got home and I can hear, like, I don't know if you guys can hear that. It kind of sounds like something's bubbling. The coolant was at 190 when I turned it off, but I think that I have to adjust my fans to kick on earlier because it's not cooling down fast enough, and it got up to like 220. So yeah, so we gotta just keep an eye on it, adjust the fans, and then go from there. But the car felt great. The car's doing 7 psi on top of second gear, which is good. I don't want to keep pushing it, like that's more than enough. The car feels really good where it's at right now, and it's super safe. So I'm just gonna leave it like that for now, and if I want more, I have the gauge. I have Tony here. Tony can come and help me tune it, and I can just up the boost a little bit. Yeah, it felt great. Super excited. Like I said, you just gotta adjust the fans and then go from there. I think I showed this before, but this is Tony's Uno's Roadster. So it's a right-hand driven Miata. He got it not too long ago. It's super clean, rust-free car. He got it for super cheap. I was actually about to buy that car, but I have my turbo Miata, and I do not need two Miatas. I already have enough cars. So I'm going to remove the blow-off valve right now, take it off, and put a bigger spring on it. Even though I'm not using it, but I think the spring that it has on is too soft, and it's causing it to leak at over 10 psi. So I'm gonna go ahead, remove it, which it shouldn't be that bad. There's just like one bolt for the clamp, and the whole thing should come out. So yeah, let me do that real quick, and then do another boost leak and go from there. All right, just did a boost leak test, and the blow valve is no longer leaking. I put it up to 19 pounds, and I have a small leak somewhere else. I'm guessing it's like one of those little lines back there, or like maybe the RTV around the manifold, but it's super tiny. Like as you can see, like right now it's at 3 pounds, but it holds boost pretty well. So I'm just gonna leave it there. It's good. Now I can take it back out for another ride and see how see if there's a difference in boost now before I even mess with the wastegate again. Alright guys, so I just went for a drive and I forgot my GoPro here, so I couldn't record, but the car hit like 14 psi since I fixed the boost leak, and let me tell you, this thing was zooming. It's so quick on 14 psi. Like I said, my guess is around 350 horsepower. The time range is super low, so it's not gonna make a lot of power, which is good for me. I don't want to blow the motor, so I'm trying to keep it as safe as possible, and I feel like the way it is right now, super safe. So big shout out to Tony. If you guys need any tuning, any ECU, right now he got link.
As long as we can get access to the ECU, you know, Cobb, they don't let people have software. UpRev, they don't let people have software unless you're gonna pay for it. Yep. I mean, pretty much anything that we can just log into and tune, we can do it. Yep.
So Haltech, Mega Square, Link, Hondata, we got HP tuners, anything. So
any standalone.
Yeah, any standalone you guys have, hit him up. He will tune it for you guys. And let me tell you, oh, he got my brother's Miata tune. I think he had a corrupted file on his ECU. All he did was re-upload the tune. Yeah, he re-uploaded the tune. did the calibrated TPS, and the car drove fine. He just messed with the AFR table with the fuel table, and the car, it's mint. So the car's pretty good. This car does need a clutch now, so my brother's gonna have to do a clutch so we can go drifting. My car is good. The only thing I want to do before I go drifting is the clutch line. So the clutch line passes by the down pipe and the up pipe, like super close. It's pretty much touching it. So I went out and I bought a stainless steel line, and I'm gonna upgrade it from the rubber line, the OEM 240 line.
Man, I need to see that clip before you post it.
Oh yeah. So he wants to see the clip when we did the 12-pound pull first.
I swear my mouth was open. That shit was so fast.
I'm telling you, 14 pounds now. So much faster.
I'm sure it feels even crazier on 14,
yeah, it was way better. Yeah, so if you guys want to watch more of my brother's car, it's Miata. We're actually going to pull the motor tomorrow.
Yo, I'll leave it up to you, honestly. Yeah. You're the one helping me out. You know, he's gonna, if he wants to help me out and do it, because I mean, I got a lot going on myself. Yeah. You can show them my Miata. I got everything to turbo it, so we just need to maybe do a one-day turbo job on that thing.
Yeah.
It already has Haltech.
So we have to pull the motor, do the rear main seal, do the clutch, and put the motor back in it. And we had to drop the oil pan as well to do the oil drain. And he owns his own TIG machine and everything. He's the one who did my intercooler piping on the car. So we just gotta do all that outside the car and then put everything back together. And Miatas are super simple to do an oil
change? Yeah, it's pretty simple.
Miatas are super simple to do a turbo. So I told them, we can knock it out in a week. I mean, like 2-3 days, we can knock everything out. I actually have to go to work on Wednesday, and it is Monday right now, so...
We're talking about doing this on Tuesday.
I know.
And this is the only car I can drive right now, too.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah, so it needs to be done.
So let's wait. I guess we can wait. But my brother will be here all week, so he can help you out.
Yeah.
But yeah, little right-hand driven Miata.
Has AC, power steering, everything.
Yeah.
GPS.
So I was telling him that the oil drain on the Miatas go right by the AC, so we can see if we can make it work in the back of the oil pan, so he can keep his AC. And
we're keeping that AC.
Yeah, so I love AC. I want to put AC back in my Miata, so AC is so nice, especially if you have a hardtop. In summer, if you have a hardtop, turn the AC on and you're good, because if not, you got to take the whole top down, and then the sun is hitting you, and if it rains, like I had a soft top for a while, and all of us got hardtops. His Miata, my brother's Miata, and my Miata have hardtops, so hardtop is the way to go.
Did you show that it's already have Haltech too?
Oh yeah, so the car actually has a Haltech right now. It has a Haltech dash and a Haltech 2500? 1500. So it has a Haltech 1500, and he has a dash as well. He's a big baller, so it's all good. But yeah, this car's set up, and it drives on, it's bone stock, but it has a Haltech, so the car is good there. Yeah, so if you guys want to watch, like I said, any of our cars, we're gonna be drifting this summer. So yeah, like I said, if you guys want to watch us drift this summer, more content of our cars, we got Evo, we have an E46, my brother's gonna do a VA swap, and all the other cars. So if you guys want to watch them, make sure to click that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next one.